Hi everybody, this is Lindsay from windingroadcrochet.com, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a rectangle using the corner to corner crochet method. Now before you watch this video, I highly recommend that you check out my videos on how to increase in corner to corner crochet and how to decrease in corner to corner crochet. I will leave links in the description box below to both the right and the left-handed tutorials. Here's where I left off with my increase video. I have increased for 4 rows, and now I'm going to turn this into a rectangle. The first thing we need to decide is which way our rectangle is going to go. It can either go to the side here, or we can have it go up. But either way, it will turn into a rectangle. So right now I'm going to decide to go to the side, and that will tell me what I need to do with where I am at on my corner. So on this bottom side, in order to keep it going to the side, I will need to continue to increase on this side. When I get to this side, I will chain 6 and then work my squares up the side. So this will be exactly the same as if we were increasing. But on my other side, I no longer want to keep going up. I now want to go to the side. So I'm going to be decreasing on this side to get it to go off to the side instead of continuing up. So in order to do that, I'm going to slip stitch in these 3 double crochet to move my yarn over to the corner so that I'm now moving to the side. Let's go ahead and do this. Once again, you'll see that I do have my graphs to the side to help with this process. So let's go ahead and make our 3 slip stitches. Slip stitch number 1 in the first double crochet, or the very last double crochet we made. Slip stitch number 2 into the second to last double crochet we made, and slip stitch number 3. That moves our yarn over to this corner so we can continue working down the side of the crochet. So we'll chain 3 and turn our work. And now we are ready to make our next squares up the side of our row. Something to keep in mind to help you decide if you need to continue working up one side or if you need to decrease on a side is to look at how many rows or how many squares you have in each row. So from here and now on, we will be working 4 squares in every single row. We want that number to stay the same because we want the row to be exactly the same width all the way up, because that is what will make it into a rectangle. So now I'm still working around the turning chain for each square, working 3 double crochet into that turning chain. This is my 3rd double crochet into the 2nd square. We'll slip stitch around the turning chain, chain up 3, and then work another 3 double crochet into the end and around the turning chain. So if we were decreasing, we would stop here because we'd want to be even with that last row. But since we are not decreasing, we want to go ahead and continue up. We don't want it to, the top part to come over. That would give us a square. So because we want to continue up, we are going to continue making this very last square, which would make 4 squares on this row. So we've chained 3, and now we'll work the last 3 double crochet into this top turning chain. So now you can start seeing that our rectangle is starting to form by going up in both directions. So now we are going to chain 6 because on this side we want to continue having it moving up. We'll turn, so now we're moving to the side here. And this side we are increasing. So we're going to work 3 double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain from the hook. So our first double crochet, our 2nd double crochet, and our third double crochet. And we know we're increasing on this side because the last side we decreased, and we'll continue alternating. So we'll slip stitch to the next turning chain, and then we've already worked one square, so we're going to work 3 more squares on our way up, and we want to end up when we're even with the other side, because that is what we need to do to continue keeping this as a rectangle shape. So there's our second square, slip stitch to the turning chain, chain 3, work our third square, slip stitch to the next turning chain, chain 3, work 3 double crochet around the turning chain of the previous row, and then we will slip stitch to that last and top turning chain. And again, we do not want to make any more squares because we want to continue working to the side. Now we are on the side that we are going to decrease. So in order to decrease, we will slip stitch into those 3 double crochet to keep moving to the side. And I know it gets a little confusing because we're moving to the side, then we're moving up because we're constantly turning our work, but that's why I put in the arrows to help keep you clear of what direction we're working. So now that we've decreased on this side, we're going to work the next 4 squares till we get to the other side, and on the other side we'll increase again. So to chain 3, so we can work this square, turn our work, work a square into every single turning chain, so 3 double crochet around the turning chain, slip stitch to the next turning chain, and we're working our 4 squares for this row, chain 3, 3 double crochet around the turning chain. And I am working a little faster in this demonstration because I do expect that you've already learned how to increase and decrease. So it's just a demonstration on how to alternate increasing and decreasing in order to keep your number of squares in each row the same every row so that you continue making a rectangle. So since we want to continue working up, we're going to go ahead and work our 4th square into this very top turning chain. And there you have it. You can see that we are making a rectangle here. So we'll go ahead and do one more row. Here we are on the increased side, so we are going to chain 6. Turn our work, work into the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain, working 1 double crochet into each. And now that we've got our rectangle started a little bit, it's really easy to see that this is the side we would like to increase on because we continue to want it to go to the side. So we'll slip stitch to the turning chain and chain 3, and then work our 3 double crochet around that turning chain. Working up our 3rd square, we're going to chain 3, work 3 double crochet around the turning chain. Working our 4th square, we're going to slip stitch to the next turning chain, chain 3, and then on this side, this is our 4th square, so we want to remain even with the top. Because if you imagine, if I went ahead and made a 5th square, it would look very unusual. It would not have a nice smooth edge that a rectangle should have. So it should become very obvious where we want to stop making our rectangle, where we want to stop working more squares. So if I can get these 3 slip stitches in here, I'll go ahead and show you what our rectangle is looking like. So you can see how those 2 sides are getting longer. They're definitely longer than the far side. And you can continue making this rectangle as far as you want. It can be as long as you want, and you can use it for a scarf, or you can use it for a headband. If you want some practice patterns for using and creating a rectangle with corner to corner crochet, feel free to check out my blog where I have created 2 practice patterns. The links for that is in the description box below. Also, make sure if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe for more videos.